Hello and welcome back to National Busways West Scotland at the Polmedy Garage. There's the again. So I've had an idea. First of all, the money's gone burr, but the money went burr by itself, so I'm very happy about that. We've got lots of buses here at Polmedy now. But I'm speaking very fast because I'm very excited because I've just had an idea, and it involves Silverburn Shopping Centre. So I wasn't planning initially on serving Silverburn Shopping Centre until I had the 90 in. But I don't want to put the 90 in so early, because the 90 is huge. It's going to go from Renfrew to Yoker, which, perspective, Renfrew is here, Yoker is here, but it's not going to go like this. It's going to go the long way around. So that means that wouldn't be served for a very long time, because I don't know if I've got everything in the east and the north that I want it to serve. I probably do, but I just, I want to be absolutely certain. So I was like, how am I going to serve Silverburn? Because that's clearly a major destination. It looks huge. Like, look at this thing. This place is massive. And then there's this little community here. And then there's Thornliebank, and then this place here. And the idea that I had ended up being 2 routes. I had the idea for 2 routes in one go, which normally doesn't really happen. If I have like a little place like here in Springburn, then yeah, I can sort of see little local routes popping up, and that's why there's 3 routes in Silverburn. Silverburn? Springburn. God, Silverburn, Springburn, that's going to get confusing. So the first route, the main route, is going to be the 8. That's going to go from Buchanan bus station down this way, across here, and into Silverburn Shopping Centre, and it's going to terminate. Then there's going to be the 308, which is going to run from Thornliebank, do a little circuit in Thornliebank, which will link Thornliebank with Thornliebank Station. And then it will go into this little neighbourhood here, back out onto this road, into Silverburn Shopping Centre, out of Silverburn Shopping Centre again, and do a circuit around here. Which will also allow me to fix a slight shortage that we have of the DS type. So, without further ado, I think I'm going to do the 308 first. So let's just Control C. Unbushered. 308. What is that area called? I need to work that out. Is it called Silverburn? Because that would be great. This is why you need to do your research before you start recording, Cam. Is it Brockburn or Crookston? What is this place called? There's something, is it Nethercraigs? Pollock? This place appears to have loads of names. I'm going to call it Pollock. But it might be Nethercraigs. Actually, I'm going to go with Nethercraigs, because Pollock, there's a lot of references to Pollock in this part of Glasgow. Thornliebank to Nethercraigs. Right. I will see you on the flip side of this time lapse. If you can't tell, I'm very hyped because I just had that idea right now. And the 308 is done. So the 308's a little bit of a convoluted route. It starts here on Thornliebank, sort of Main Street, there we go, got a name. Thornliebank Main Street, outside the Greggs, love it. Goes around the back side of Thornliebank into Kennishead, like underneath Kennishead Station, or maybe above, I don't know how the railway works around here, to Kennishead Station. Through this sort of fast road, around this community, I don't know what it's called, out and around and down into Silverburn Shopping Centre. I thought this was a bus interchange, it's a petrol station, but that's fine. Also, this is a roundabout in real life. Then it goes back out, up and around, and it goes this way around. It goes anti-clockwise. No, sorry, that is clockwise. It goes clockwise around near the Craigs. And then it goes back in, back out, then around this community in the same direction, and then around Thornliebank in the opposite direction to how it started. And this is going to be run with the DS class. And what I may do is run a 308A, but I don't know. The 308A would basically go the other way around Thornliebank and near the Craigs. But I am not sure. But I'm happy with this. I think for the meantime it'll run every 15 minutes during weekdays and on Saturdays, and then every half hour on Sundays. It doesn't feel like the sort of route that would be hugely busy. So on a Sunday every 30 minutes, yeah, that'll do well for a dart. Every 15 should do very well for a dart. Right. Northbound. Yeah, northbound. On Monday to Saturday northbound. And the timetable for the 308 is now done. So, it runs every 15 minutes, Mondays through Saturdays, with the first bus from each end at roughly 5:10. Well, the first bus from Thornliebank is at 5:10, and the first bus from Nether Craigs is at 5:05. And there is a 2-minute wait at Nether Craigs for Mosspark Station. And when it gets back into Thornliebank, there is a 8-minute wait. Which, you know, that's decent. Each way has a few minutes at the Silverburn Shopping Centre, which are these stops marked Costa. As for Sunday, it runs every half hour and has 7 minutes at Mosspark Station and 3 minutes at Thornliebank. So, hang on, let's have a look. Vehicle requirement for a Sunday is probably like 2. 540, 603, 637. Can do the Sunday vehicle requirement is 2, maybe 3. Whereas the weekday vehicle requirement, 510 to 535, 602 will do the 610. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, maybe 6 or 7. Therefore, to account for vehicle changeovers. So if we buy 8 buses, we should cover this just fine. I would like to be able to edit the stop names here. That would be nice. But such is life. This will go from Polmedy, because it's our only garage. We'll activate that later. So I need to make a note that I need to buy 8 DS class. Where do I hide OneNote? Confuse my phone so much. You know, I can remind myself during the time lapse of making the Route 8. So again, let's get Alpha Bravo 6000. It's a very nice hex code. This is the 8. Glasgow to Silverburn. I'll just call it Silverburn. There you go. And without further ado, let's have this go from this one that says Glasgow Buchanan. I like that. Then it should go to there. Wait, where are we going? We're going this way. Oh yeah, I should be time-lapsing this. And there is the 8. It's a pretty decent route. It goes through a lot of busy areas, then it's got a little fast section, and then into the shopping centre where it meets the 308 and will meet the 90. I was going to call this the 9, but then I wasn't sure if it should be the 9 or the 19. And I was like, oh wait, 9, 90, they look relatively similar. And then 19 and 90 sound like each other, so I think it should be the 8 instead. And that worked. I like that. So there we go. I feel like on Sundays we should run it every 15 minutes. So I'm just going to set up the timetable. It's going to run, I think, every 15 minutes on Sundays, and then Mondays through Saturdays it's going to run every 10. Maybe every 12, depending on how generous I'm feeling. And the timetable for the 8 is done. That took a little bit to work out, but I think I've got there. I'm going to work out the stands actually for Sunday. I've not done that yet. So 5:30. Okay, no stand. That works really nicely because it's the same on weekdays. And then when it gets back into Glasgow, take this 5:45, gets back at 6:29. Okay, so they're just running backwards and forwards on Sunday. That's decent. Reduces the vehicle requirement and whatnot. Or of course, I could give them 10 minutes. I'll do that actually. That works a lot better. So we're going to have 8 DS vehicles for the 308 and 10 DA vehicles for the 8. Just the 8. So now I'm going to rename this. These stops are both going to be called Silverburn Shopping Centre. as is that one. This stop is going to be renamed Mosspark Station. Oh god, what was this station called? This station, or this whole, like, town? I don't know. Mosspark Station. Need to check my routes. Nether Craig. Does \n work here? Yes, it does. Nether Craig, Mosspark Station. That's going to be very nice on the displays. And then, we're going to do the same thing here. Thornliebank, \n, Main Street. There we go. So now, we just need to go in, and first of all make sure that we can have enough, like, parking spaces. So we need to buy 8 DS-type vehicles, and we have 2 small spaces left. So let's... Ooh. And let's start using these spaces that I'd set out. I don't think you can build a road there. Oh, you can. You can't. Well, you can, but it's too big. But that's actually totally fine. There we go. So, let's get the darts first. Let's get the darts first, seeing as I've just put the spaces in. Minibuses. Dennis Dart. They don't need a PIS, thank you. And I want 8 of them. Hang on. DS type. 8 of them. Just don't be me, okay? I'm silly and stupid in a multitude of ways. DS type. Isn't it gorgeous? Love these things. So these are going to be, I think I'm going to make these part of the same batch as these VReg DSs. The VRGE batch. Just because I like that as a theme. So we'll put all of these. Oh god, this game hitches a lot with a save like this. Does not help that I'm using a Mesozoic period computer with Mesozoically slow RAM. Mesozoically slow, that's not how RAM works. And yeah, these are all going to be sort of near each other, but they aren't necessarily going to be next to each other. The minibus parking is a nightmare here. So these are our new darts for the 308. And now I need 10 more parking spaces for deckers. Build street normal parking space. Let's just fill all this out. Ooh, no. There we go. Now I need to buy 10 more DA class vehicles, and we are getting close to the sort of time when the Trident was really taking off and people weren't buying the DB250s much anymore, and I do want to mimic that. So, DA type 10. Again, beautiful, beautiful bus with the massive national busways. I will shrink that for the TA and the VA class, because yes, those are going to be a thing. Depot / parking space. They're just going to live down here. I want more renowns. Maybe the 8 should have been renowns. I don't know. It'll certainly need deckers in the rush hour, so I'm fine with this. Is it? Can you please go to there? Everyone's going around the back. I don't want to have to keep playing whack-a-mole with buses. Let's just wait for everyone to find. Can you find? Is that everyone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That is everyone, all living happily, sitting pretty, and whatnot. So DS7 is our highest number DS. So let's have this be DS8. Although, what is DS7? V459 RGE. This is going to be therefore V460 RGE. DS8. Glasgow. PO. Oh no, that didn't. V460. You need to hit enter, people. You need to hit enter. Otherwise you lose all of that. DS8. V461 RGE. DS9. Ahaha, Star Trek people will recognize DS9. Oh, the game is hitching a lot. V462 RGE. DS10. Right, now you're going to be DS11. DS11. V463 RGE. Boop. You are going to be V464 RGE or DS12, depending on which language you prefer to speak. You are going to be V465 RGE, Networker Bus, DS13, lucky number 13. Also a Networker Bus, V466 RGE. Significantly less unlucky, DS14. Although in some cultures, not much better. And finally, oh, isn't that nice? V467 RGE. DS15. Isn't that nice? We've got 15 darts. 15 is a lovely number of... Well, 15 is just a lovely number, let alone like of things to have. It's just a nice number. So that is that. Now, we're up to DA44. You are the V303, or VFGE batch. VFGB. I'm going to have these be another V batch. But these are going to be V623. I don't know. CGB. There you go. That's a license plate. DA45. PO. No. Goes there. That's 623 CGB. V624 CGB. DA46. DA47. V625 CGB. V626 CGB. DA48. We have a lot of these DAs now. DA49. V627 FGB. V628 FGB, no CGB. Change that in a bit. DA50. Wasn't that lovely? DA50. Yeah, you're CGB. Okay, 629. DA51. In white, please. With our blind set. DA52. V. What were we on? 629. This is V630 CGB. And oh no, there's two left. Don't say and yet. V631 CGB. DA53. Oh, DA523. I don't think, even with an operation at this scale, we'd ever touch that sort of number in the DA class. Operation this scale obviously referring to the entirety of national busways. V632 CGB. DA54. And there we go. This is quite the fleet. I'm now going to just go and check that the 308 wants DS's, which it does now. Let's see, do we have any broken buses? We've got 4, and they're all out on shift, and they're all marshals. Wasn't that wonderful? Ooh, brake pads and oil need doing. There we go. Look at these things. Aren't they gorgeous? Again, the National Busways logo on the front is quite large, but that'll get fixed. You know, I want it to be a bit more like the National Busways logo on these darts. It's a lot more sort of to scale. How is it on these things? Oh, it's not on these things because of the Marshal badge. On Satara's, it's quite small and quite high up because I overcompensated for how big the Merc logo is. But there we go. We just did 2 bus routes, one of which a mainline route into central Glasgow. without taking out a loan. We are playing with the big boys now. So now that it's at the end of the day, I will activate the bus route now for the 8. And let's activate the 308. Ooh, you can tell that the game is struggling when there's a delay on activation of a route. And as I have done on national bus or the South Coast busways, I have to remember it's taking part in a different era. As I've done on South Coast busways on the Isle of Wight, there will be night services in Glasgow. Hopefully night services that are a damn sight better than the night services Glasgow has in real life, because they are either bad in the case of First Group, just straight up bad, or in the case of McGill's, very, very confusing. Let's look up the night bus routes provided by McGill's in Glasgow. They are so confusing. It's like, are they massive circulars? Or are they not? Oh, I can hire people. I thought I ran out of locker space. Apparently, well, yeah, I've reached that limit now. I have 163 drivers and 165 buses. Oh dear. Well, I need to give them more lockers. Clearly. That is something I will work out perhaps in a little bit. Ooh, we have a call. Yeah, sure. So, inbox, yeah. Cool, we have enough drivers for Sunday, at least. There we go. Everything's gone in. I will see you on Sunday morning. Let's have a look at one of our shiny new DAs. Isn't he gorgeous? Actually, let's have a look at one of our new DSs. I think they look better. Oh, isn't he handsome? Isn't he just gorgeous? Get my mouse out of the way. There we go. That's the thumbnail. Yeah. I'll see you on Sunday morning. And here we are on our first new bus, the 8 from Silverburn Shopping Centre into Glasgow. It is 5 AM on a Sunday morning. I'm not too... like, my hopes are not super high for passenger numbers, particularly, you know, on the first inbound leg. But I assume it'll pick up as we get into Glasgow, regardless. Yeah, we've got 10 on board. We're picking up slowly. It's not going too badly, all things considered, really. And during the day, I assume it'll pick up. If not, I just bought 10 DAs when I could have bought 10 Renowns. But then again, it is Sunday, so... I reckon the DAs were correct. The DAs were the right choice. Oh boy. Hopefully this hasn't cannibalized the C1 too much. But we'll see. I do want to see if there are any more to go out on 308s this morning. No. The next one to go out on a 308 is this one at 12:25. I want to see how that looks on the destination blinds. Speaking of the 308, that should be running now. There's two running right next to each other. That's not a good sign. They're both running on time. That's even worse, because that means it's my fault. Looks like that's the only tool that's double running this, so I'm very, very confused about all this. Yeah, why are they double running? I'll cancel one of them. I'll cancel you. Cancel shift. That way, it won't be so awful, hopefully, in terms of the double running. Why that's happened, I've absolutely no idea. But we have profitability on the 8 and the 308 in their first days of operation, so that's very good to see. And they're even quite busy, these 8s. Which is also very, very good to see. The 391 is doing way too well. I wanted that to be a really quiet route, but apparently no, that's a smash hit. Maybe I buy renowns for it. It doesn't seem like a route that a renown would be super at home on, apart from, like, this... Like, apart from most of it, really. Like, this bit through Cambuslang, a renown would absolutely fail. The renowns would hate doing this. Whereas the marshals would just scamper through it like it's no biggie. How is the 2 doing these days? Not super busy, but very, very profitable. The 8 is about as busy as the 2. So, that's a sign. The quality of it, I'm not super sure, but it is a sign. The 308 is doing quite well. Very, very busy. Maybe the 308 needs to be more frequent. Maybe it needs to be 15-minute frequency all week. Or maybe every 20 minutes on Sundays rather than every half hour. I have no idea. I'll have to see how it does on the weekday. But I think that will be it from me. I will see you next week from Glasgow. And whenever I upload, I forgot when I upload. Trust me, I remember when I look. When I go to upload, I do remember. But I can't remember which day is for which series. So I'll see you the other day for the other series, and I'll see you this time next week for this one. Bye!